What up YouTube? It's your boy, Will Rider, back at you with another video. And today I'm going to start making a platform for my bandsaw and my drill press. Had some issues moving this stuff around. Let me show you. Alright, as you probably already know, I have an issue where I have to park a car in here every night. So everything needs to stay mobile so I can move everything from one side of the garage over the other at the end of each night. Not allowed to park in the street here in this neighborhood. There's no wheels on the drill press at all, so it's lift up, move, use your back. And I did put some little caster wheels on here, but they're too small. So when they go across the cracks that are in the floor in the garage, it wants to tip over, so I have to be real careful. I'm pretty much lifting it up anyways. So the plan is put these back to back on a platform with some wheels, and I just got these in today from Rockler. Those caster wheels where you can set it so the platform is on the ground. You push it up and move the thing around. Good deal. I think it was 80 bucks for that. And I think I'm gonna get another set when I redo the legs on the workbench. I'm gonna get another set of those wheels, put on those legs so I can move the workbench around for those bigger projects. Right now, I need to set these somewhere where I can get a good measurement so I can figure out what kind of material I need. All right, one of the first things I need to figure out is what kind of space I want to have in here, what's going to get in the way. I think I can get almost to where they're touching. Something else I got to keep in mind is it is going to drop a few inches because of those wheels are going to come off and it's getting bolted to the new platform. Yeah, about 2.5 inches, which means this will go up about 2.5 inches. So I think right there we're almost touching. I can open that up. I can open this up. That can open up just fine. So now I just need to measure on the ground and mark it out and get it to a good shape. Won't be square, it'll be rectangular. And I probably want it just as wide as the bandsaw is. So I want it to be stable. I guess I gotta worry about the that lip on there too. Oh God. Oh, the locks on these caster wheels, they just slide around. So it isn't very stable when I'm cutting on it. Even worse is with the on the drill press here, the center pulley isn't round, so the lower gears for the lower speeds cause a lot of vibration, and this whole thing starts shaking. So hopefully this this base will alleviate that issue as well. So I got one square angle here, perfect 90 degrees, depending on how good this is. That I could work off the rest of the layout. I don't know how well that picks up on camera. You probably think to yourself, why not stop dropping things? But why didn't you just draw it out on a piece of paper? The reason for that is because I wanted to see what kind of impact this will have in space and moving it around. It doesn't seem so bad. It's about the size of my little router table thing I built over there that holds the planer and the joiner and the mortiser, which is going to be getting new wheels as well. Yeah, just for the frame, I think I can get away with 3 2x4s. I have one here. I'm not sure how straight that is because it's not laying down like the rest of the lumber. Got a 4x4. I'll just go get new material. I work cheap. I don't get paid for this, so the 3 2x4s, and then for the base itself, I think I'm gonna go with 3/4 inch plywood. Oh, but I want a full 8-foot sheet. I'm gonna shorten this down to 48 inches because at the home store they got 4x4 panels, and one of those will work. But yeah, I got to shorten it about 3 inches, which is okay because I went 2 inches out from each side on these. And I got to figure how I'm going to mount this. I'm going to have to figure out where underneath it's going to mount. The 3/4 inch plywood might work, but I'm afraid it's going to sag, so I might get an extra 2x4 to run some runners inside that frame where the mounting holes are, so I can get some lag bolts through it. Probably 1/2 inch lag bolts. I don't think it'll be sturdy. So I gotta go get some material. I'm not doing it tonight. I just got home from work. I'm gonna go relax. Maybe I'll grab it tomorrow. Yeah. All right, so now it's the next day. Actually, that was 2 days ago. I didn't do anything yesterday. Not in the garage, at least. I got my materials yesterday, put them in the garage, and then I quit for the day because, you know, 2x4s are pretty heavy. I ended up getting 4 8-footers, and see how this is only going to be, I think it was 48 inches we went with. Oh, it's 15.5, but we're going to make it 48. So pretty much I'm going to cut 2 of these in half, and the other ones are right at 29 inches. But I have to account for the thickness of these because I am going to do just regular butt joints in the corner and screw them together. And I don't need to be super precise or anything, but the length on the 2 side ones has to be pretty close because I do want it square. And I want it to be able to sit flat on the ground when I drop the wheels. I also thought about putting some kind of rubber or foam down on the bottom so it sits firmly on the ground and doesn't vibrate too much. So I'm going to get this cut up to the proper lengths and move on to the next part. Oh, right on.
So there's the basic materials for the base, and I took a total of 3 inches off the length of these to make up for the thickness of the outside 2x4s. This should be around 29 inches, 49 exactly, and 48, perfect. And I have left 2 2x4s left over, and almost a half of one. And like I said in previously, I will have runners that lag bolts are going to go down through the whole the equipment. Something a little thicker than the 3/4 inch piece of plywood I have over here. So what I'm going to do now is put all this together. I'm going to pre-drill and then run the screws through and use my out of calibration square now to make sure that it is staying square. But I think I'll have the screws in the wife's Tahoe, or Yukon, where it is.
I don't know how well you can see this, but there is this board here has a little bit of a twist. There's a bit of gap. Hopefully we'll be able to close that up. Oh yeah, we got it. Side sticking up. This is what I didn't want. I'll push down on that. This side goes down, so we have to probably the vise. Put the vise over there on top of it because it's heavy. To get it to stay in place while I put that one in here. I'm only putting one on each side. I'm gonna flip it because I can't get into the bottom here without the drill hitting and going in at an angle. So. Alright, I went and ate dinner. I came back. When I was sitting at dinner, I was thinking about reinforcing the ends where the wheels are going to get screwed in. I want to be able to use the same 3-inch screws. So I am going to put one of these on each end to reinforce. Okay, I need to trim some of those off. And then these are going to be mounted in like this. Up like that, so my room for air when I go to drop the tools on there and lag bolt those down is a little bigger than if it was like that. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I'm going to do it like this. But now I need to put the tools up on the board and try to figure out where they're going to go, and then mark locations to drill holes through this. Use the measurement of this to transfer it over. Actually, I'm going to screw this down to there after I get those bolted in, and then finish the holes in the boards, little pilot holes. Yeah. All right, let me get this all marked out. Sharpie doesn't fit in there, so I have to make a Sharpie that fits in there, because I don't feel like taking that shelf out over and over again. I got a whole bunch of these, so it's no big deal. So that'll be my little marking Sharpie, and it still fits in the cap. Quite convenient. And I got those holes drilled. Everything's gonna get mounted. I'm gonna lay this down like that. And then flip this over like that. Figure where I gotta put holes. I guess like this, I can get it lined up pretty good. Line all these up, drill them in, and then we'll get to the pilot holes. This part became a little frustrating, figuring out the measurements for where to mount the holes, and then realizing that it wasn't 4 inches, 4 3/4 inches, which brought the top mounting hole up above the plywood. There, I figured out it was 4 3/4, so I decided that I was going to put a couple more holes in the top of the thing so I can get 3 screws in there total, using not screws that came in the box, but my longer 3.5-inch screws, and just mounting a 2x4 up on the top right there, so it actually had some meat to go into it, and I thought this would work better. This is where simple oversights could really screw you over, so keep that in mind. Really disappointed this wasn't something I looked at before. I'd like to get a good picture on the box of where it's actually working, but that's where they put the sticker over. So pay attention when you're buying products online that cost $80. Drilling these first couple holes, I learned a valuable lesson. You need something a little more stable, so I put some wood under there, and it really helped with the stability, and didn't have to worry about it flying out, hit me in the face because I didn't have it mounted down. I'm using those cheaper drill bits I got from Black Friday in either Lowe's or Home Depot. It was $10 for a nice index set, but I've broken quite a few already, all in metal. So I've been going a little slower and using plenty of lube so we can clear those chips out. And I probably should have clamped it down, but you know, I'm not that smart, so I do what I want. And these are just the 2 holes that I'm putting up on the top, so it has a little more strength. I didn't think the 1 screw in the top and 1 screw in the bottom was going to hold it, so I put 2 more holes there on the top section, and it worked out pretty well. And those were the pilot holes. These are the final size holes that I'm using. I can't remember the size that I used. Using the long ones. We shift it over a little bit. All right, I gotta find something to stick in there. Yeah, that'll be perfect. This was the only side that I noticed an issue like this. Oh, my paper square. Worried about this little piece that I put in there splitting, but it did fine. All right, I'm gonna do that for the rest of them. I think I'm gonna put a bar across the foot peg things, so you can do it at the same time. That rolls pretty nice. Feels good and sturdy. Let's get some tools up on there. Was not as hard as I thought it'd be, but those things are heavy. I'll bolt them down. And for that, pardon my breath. I've got some lag bolts and some big washers. I don't think I'll be able to use the big washers in there, but I do have smaller washers. That's how I'm gonna hold it down. All right, something I didn't account for was how tall this was when getting the lag bolts. They're, I could push them all the way in. They're not long enough. They're just long to go through the plywood, but not go into the stud below it. So I have to get longer ones of these. But they will be long enough for the bandsaw. So I get those mounted down, and then probably drive this into the plywood now, for now, so we can see how well it rolls around the shop. So none of these actually do anything except for this one. Put it at an angle, keep it from falling over. Hopefully it sticks. The bandsaw is mounted down. I'm going to lift it all up and roll it over that crack, see how it does. Ooh. Takes a little bit of effort. Oh yeah, bandsaw's a little heavier. Alright, I'm going to pull it so the table saw doesn't fall. And still gets stuck in the crack. So I'm going to do something about the cracks, but it does roll around pretty easy. And this will make my life easier. Alright, so I kind of ran out of time because I had to go to Mexico. Went on vacation. I never really finished this. I did get everything mounted down. I got the longer lag bolts for the drill press, so it's nice and sturdy. Didn't finish mounting the cabinet. The shelf that goes in the bottom, it'll take care of that noise every time you touch it. It starts rattling. We back up a second. While we were in Mexico, my father-in-law passed away. So as soon as we came back from Mexico, got a couple hours of sleep, and then we had to drive up to Reno to be with the mother-in-law and do the service and all that. So it's been kind of a crazy 2 weeks. It's been go, go, go. I'm still in vacation mode though. I got a couple days left. And I need to get some stuff done here. It's a freaking mess. I need to get it cleaned up. I need to build something. I haven't built anything in a while. But this is good. All done. And I filled this crack in with some cheap cement stuff. And then I mixed a lot of extra water in there so it was nice and soupy, and I could chip it out if I want to. But the best part is this rolls right across it without any issues at all. And I did the one right here that you probably can't see. Fill those two cracks, I can roll it all the way towards the front of the garage. Overall, I'm very happy with this. It's gonna make my life so much easier moving this stuff around because these are my heavy girls here. That's it for this video. I appreciate you watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Be sure to leave me a comment below. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like, and I'll see you next time.